Tow truck mishaps. One of the standout tools in this chaotic compilation is the tow truck, typically designed for safely transporting disabled or improperly parked vehicles. In the clip, however, it becomes the center of a near disaster as a car appears to roll off or behave unpredictably, almost like it has a mind of its own. This highlights how crucial proper securing techniques are when operating a tow truck. Chains, wheel lifts, and hydraulic systems must be correctly engaged, or the entire operation can quickly turn dangerous. While tow trucks are powerful and efficient machines, this moment shows that even experienced drivers can make mistakes if they overlook basic safety checks. Angle grinder gone wrong. Another tool featured is the angle grinder, a high-speed handheld device commonly used for cutting, grinding, and polishing metal or stone. In the footage, the grinder starts producing excessive sparks and smoke, almost resembling a smoke machine rather than a precision tool. This usually happens when the wrong disc is used, the tool is overheated, or excessive pressure is applied. Angle grinders are incredibly effective, but also one of the more dangerous tools if mishandled. Proper grip, protective gear, and correct usage are essential to avoid accidents, as even a small mistake can lead to serious injury or equipment damage. Tile cutting and installation tools. The segment involving a perfectly sized hole in a tile points to the use of tile cutting tools, such as tile cutters or hole saws. These tools are designed for precision work, especially in plumbing or bathroom installations, where pipes must pass through tiles seamlessly. While the hole may look perfect at first glance, the catch suggests a misalignment or measurement error, something very common in real-world construction. Tile work demands extreme accuracy because even a small miscalculation can ruin the entire piece. This clip emphasizes the importance of measuring multiple times before cutting, as well as understanding how fixtures will align once everything is installed. Concrete slab pouring equipment. One of the more intense moments features a large concrete slab being poured, likely using tools such as screeds, floats, and leveling equipment. These tools are essential for spreading and smoothing wet concrete to achieve a flat, durable surface. In the clip, however, things go wrong near the final stage, possibly due to uneven distribution, poor timing, or environmental factors like weather. Concrete work is extremely time-sensitive. Once it starts setting, there's very little room for correction. This scene shows how even a small miscalculation in timing or coordination can ruin hours of labor and lead to costly losses for the crew. Pallet handling and support structures. Another segment shows a worker placing pallets incorrectly on what appears to be unsuitable support, like narrow beams instead of proper shelving or stable platforms. Pallets are designed to distribute weight evenly, but only when placed on secure, flat surfaces. Using forklifts or manual handling without proper placement can lead to dangerous collapses. This moment highlights the importance of understanding load distribution and using appropriate storage systems. In warehouses and construction sites, a simple mistake like this can damage materials or even cause serious injuries. Nail removal and hand tools. The clip involving a stubborn nail showcases the use of basic hand tools like a hammer or pry bar. While these tools are simple, they require proper technique to be effective. The struggle seen in the video suggests the nail may be embedded at an awkward angle or secured too tightly within the material. Instead of coming out cleanly, it resists, turning a quick task into a frustrating challenge. This moment underlines that even the most basic tools can become difficult to use without the right approach, such as leveraging the correct angle, applying steady force, or using additional support for better grip and control. Truck recovery and towing gear. In one of the clips, a truck recovery attempt quickly turns into chaos, showing how complex towing and recovery operations can be. This involves heavy-duty equipment like winches, tow straps, and recovery hooks, all designed to pull or stabilize large vehicles. When used correctly, these tools can safely recover stuck or damaged trucks. However, if angles, tension, or anchor points are misjudged, the situation can escalate into a comedic or dangerous failure. This moment highlights the importance of proper planning and understanding force distribution when dealing with heavy recovery operations. Window installation tools. Another scene shows a luxury window installation that fails almost instantly. Tools typically used here include suction lifters, sealant guns levels, and alignment spacers. These tools help ensure the glass is positioned securely and evenly within its frame. The failure suggests poor handling or incorrect positioning before securing the window in place. Glass installation requires precision and patience, as even a slight imbalance can cause cracking or complete collapse. This clip is a perfect reminder that rushing delicate installations often leads to costly mistakes. Cutting depth tools. The segment emphasizing cutting depth points to the use of a circular saw or similar power cutting tool. These tools allow users to adjust blade depth depending on the material being cut. In the clip, improper depth setting likely leads to either cutting too deep, damaging underlying surfaces, or too shallow, failing to complete the cut cleanly. Proper calibration is critical before starting any cut, as it ensures both efficiency and safety. This moment demonstrates how a small oversight in setup can completely ruin the outcome of a task. Industrial fan and ventilation equipment. One scene shows a fan that seems to be running endlessly, raising the question of whether it will ever be turned off. Industrial fans are commonly used on construction sites or workshops to improve ventilation, remove dust, or help materials dry faster. While they are generally simple machines, leaving them running unnecessarily can lead to overheating, energy waste, or even safety risks if debris gets pulled in. This moment subtly highlights the importance of monitoring even the most basic equipment, as neglect can lead to bigger issues over time. Funnel and liquid transfer tools. In a more light-hearted clip, two workers demonstrate their skills using a funnel, likely for transferring liquids between containers. Funnels are simple yet essential tools designed to prevent spills and ensure controlled pouring. However, improper handling, like poor positioning or rushing, can easily turn a straightforward task into a messy situation. This scene humorously shows that even the easiest tools require a bit of coordination and patience to use effectively, especially when working quickly or under pressure. Plumbing tools and pipe systems. The plumber's worst nightmare moment likely involves pipe systems, fittings, and tools such as pipe wrenches or cutters. Plumbing tools are designed to create tight seals and manage water flow efficiently. But when something goes wrong, like a burst pipe or improper connection, it can quickly spiral into chaos. Water pressure can amplify even a small mistake, leading to flooding or damage. This clip reinforces how critical precision and proper installation are in plumbing work, where even a minor error can have major consequences. Forklift T-lift operation issues. One clip shows a lift operator having a really rough time, likely involving a forklift or similar lifting machine. These vehicles are designed to move heavy loads efficiently in warehouses or construction sites using hydraulic lifting systems. However, they require careful balance and precise control. In the scene, the operator seems to lose control or misjudge the load, which can easily happen if the weight distribution is uneven or visibility is poor. Forklifts are powerful but unforgiving. One small mistake can tip the load or destabilize the machine, turning a routine task into a stressful situation. Battery-powered tools efficiency. There's also a quick pro tip moment mentioning that certain tools work much faster with a battery. This likely refers to modern cordless power tools such as drills, screwdrivers, or impact drivers. Battery-powered tools have become incredibly popular because they offer portability and speed without being limited by cords. Compared to manual tools or weaker power sources, they can significantly increase efficiency on the job. However, this clip also hints at the importance of using the right power source, because choosing the wrong setup can slow everything down or make the job unnecessarily difficult. Mortar and masonry work tools. Another segment hints at the cost of mortar in a construction project, pointing to masonry tools like trowels, mixing equipment, and spreaders. Mortar is essential for binding bricks or tiles together, and applying it evenly is key to structural integrity. If too much mortar is used, it increases cost and creates messy finishes. Too little, and the structure becomes weak. This moment reflects how material management is just as important as tool usage in construction. Skilled masons know how to balance efficiency, cost, and precision to achieve a clean and durable result. Vehicle braking and control systems. One moment shows a delivery driver forgetting to properly secure the vehicle, with the car still in drive and nearly causing an accident. While not a tool in the traditional sense, the braking system is one of the most critical mechanical components in any vehicle. It relies on hydraulic pressure and friction to bring the vehicle to a stop. This clip highlights how even if the technology works perfectly, human error, like forgetting to shift into park or engage the brake, can lead to dangerous situations. It's a reminder that awareness and basic operating habits are just as important as the equipment itself. Bathroom door and installation planning. Another clip shows a bathroom design where the door luckily opens inward, preventing what could have been a major usability issue. This relates to installation tools and planning equipment, such as measuring tapes, levels, and alignment guides. While the tools themselves may work perfectly, poor planning or incorrect measurements can lead to awkward or impractical designs. In construction and renovation, spatial awareness is crucial. Every element must be considered in relation to others. This moment shows how a small design oversight could have turned into a daily inconvenience. Weather impact on construction work. Toward the end, we see a construction crew whose hard work is disrupted by weather conditions. While not a specific tool, this highlights the importance of protective equipment like tarps, barriers, and drainage systems used to safeguard ongoing projects. Rain, wind, or sudden environmental changes can ruin materials like concrete, mortar, or wood if they're not properly protected. This clip emphasizes that in construction, planning for external factors is just as important as using the right tools, because nature can undo hours of effort in minutes. Improvised cutting and precision mistakes. One of the clips shows a task that starts off looking perfect, like a clean cut or a well-fitted opening, but quickly reveals a hidden flaw. This likely involves cutting tools such as saws or grinders being used without full consideration of alignment or final placement. Precision tools are only as effective as the planning behind them. Even if the cut itself is accurate, failing to account for surrounding elements, like spacing angles or fittings, can render the work useless. This moment highlights how craftsmanship is not just about execution, but also about foresight and planning. Load balancing and manual handling. Another segment shows workers dealing with shared tasks, possibly splitting effort or responsibility when something goes wrong. This ties into manual handling tools and techniques, like lifting straps, supports, or even coordinated teamwork when carrying heavy or awkward materials. When coordination fails or roles aren't clearly defined, even experienced workers can struggle. The clip subtly demonstrates that proper communication and load balancing are essential, especially when multiple people are involved in a single task. Light construction entertainment drives team activities. The mini Olympics moment shows workers engaging in a fun challenge, likely involving basic tools or construction materials in a playful way. While not strictly functional, it reflects how tools and materials can be repurposed creatively on site to boost morale. Construction work is physically demanding, and moments like these help relieve stress and build team spirit. However, it also serves as a reminder that even during fun activities, safety should remain a priority, as tools are still potentially hazardous if not handled carefully. Tow truck load security failure. One clip shows a car on a tow truck suddenly deciding to go back to its owner, rolling or shifting unexpectedly. This clearly points to improper load securing using wheel straps or chains. Tow trucks rely on tight anchoring systems to keep vehicles stable during transport, especially when driving over uneven roads. If these restraints are not properly tightened or checked, the vehicle can move, roll, or even fall off completely. This moment perfectly illustrates how skipping a final safety check can turn a routine job into a risky and expensive mistake. Angle grinder overload and misuse. Another scene features an angle grinder acting more like a smoke machine, producing excessive smoke and sparks. This usually happens when the tool is pushed beyond its limits, either by applying too much pressure, using the wrong disc, or cutting inappropriate material. Angle grinders operate at very high speeds, and misuse can quickly overheat the motor or damage the disc. This clip is a strong reminder that letting the tool do the work, rather than forcing it, is key to both safety and performance. Tile cutting alignment issue. The moment with the perfectly sized hole in a tile, but with a catch, highlights a classic alignment problem. Tools like tile cutters or hole saws can produce extremely precise results, but only if measurements are accurate from the start. In this case, the hole may be perfectly cut yet positioned incorrectly relative to the pipe or fixture it was meant for. This kind of mistake often leads to wasted materials and rework. It shows that in precision tasks, measuring and planning matter just as much as the cutting itself.